Got a little crazy with the glitter today, but I feel like we all need to just cover our faces in glitter right now. Glitter makes everything better. Alright, so today it's Foundation Friday. This is where I try out a new foundation every single Friday on my channel. 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm here. But today we're going to be talking about a brand new foundation from Shop Miss A, their AOA Studio line. And this is a $1.55 foundation, the ProWear Full Coverage Foundation. One of my favorite foundations is the AOA Buildable Satin Foundation. Have a whole other review on this. Freaking beautiful. Also $1.55. This comes in 15 shades. It's cruelty free and it's also part of their Paw Paw program. So it says part of proceeds protect animals against abuse. Even though it looks tiny, it is a full fluid ounce of product, which is standard. And I have the 3 lightest shades here. The description of this is very brief, which I appreciate. We don't have a novel length description for once. Medium to full coverage foundation with a gorgeous semi-matte finish is the foundation of your dreams. You can mix this shade since it only comes in 15. You could get one that's darker and then get a lighter one, mix them since they're so affordable on their own. So before we get into swatches and all that fun stuff, this little announcement is sponsored by Hayleys Beauty to let you guys know that their Mother's Day buy one get one sale is going on right now. When this video goes up, the sale is going on. It is buy one get one free on all of their best-selling foundations. So I recently did a glass skin makeup tutorial. I'll link that in the eye down below. I'm so glad so many of you guys liked that, by the way. Made me very happy. But I used their BB drops in that video, which is one of my favorite products for just very natural looking, super glowy skin. So right now is the time to get it because it is buy one, get one free, any of their best-selling foundation products. The founder of Hayleys Beauty is a female chemist, which I just think rocks, and all of their products are vegan, cruelty-free, and fragrance-free. So the sale's going on until May 10th if you want to check it out. I'll have the link down below. Happy shopping, buy one, get one free, hell yeah. So I'm going to insert swatches here of the 3 lightest shades compared to some of my other foundations so you can get an idea of what shade you might be. Alright, so swatches, right here's the AOA ProWear foundation. The first 3 shades are the first lightest 3 shades. So here's Porcelain, Fair Ivory, and Buff. These next 2 are the AOA Satin Foundation. So here's the lightest shade, 301 Porcelain. Next over is 302 Fair Ivory. And then these last 2 are the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation. So here's the shade 400 and then here's the shade 410. So 400 in Fresh Wear is pretty similar to 400 Porcelain. Porcelain's definitely a little bit more pink toned, but here are some shade comparisons. So hopefully that's helpful. So if you're excited for Foundation Friday and you enjoy while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Truly, it does help me out anytime you guys comment and thumbs up a video in the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so much to those of you who do that. Let's put some foundation on my face. Okay, so it is 9:45 in the morning when we're starting this. I've got my 3 shades here. So let's see. I have a feeling I might be buff just because of the undertone. I think Porcelain's definitely going to be too light, and then this one looks like a bit more of a yellow undertone. What is this? Ivory? Fair Ivory. I have my damp LA Girl sponge here, which this is a brand new one, obviously. I had my old one for way too long. Then I'm going to do half my face with my Sigma F80. It says shake well on here, so we are going to do that. I like the packaging. It's just basic squeeze tube, lightweight. Okay, so on the palette, it actually looks pretty thick. It looks like a kind of thick cream. So I'm going to start out with a brush on this side of my face. Yeah, I think that shade's going to be good. Oh, we're getting good coverage. Doesn't have a fragrance, which I like. If Shop Miss A can create good foundations for under $2 while also being cruelty-free and giving back to charities, I'm like, something's missing with all of the other brands out there because obviously it is possible. Ooh, it's looking good. Looks glowier than I was picturing. So far it's not clinging on anything. It's looking just very smooth. To me it looks like medium coverage, but high medium coverage. Okay, I think I may have gotten a little bit too much for just half my forehead, so I'm going to kind of bring this over. Feels very moisturizing going on too. Blending out like a thicker foundation, but it doesn't feel hard to blend. Yeah, it does feel moisturizing. I like how it's going on. Let's see how this does with a sponge. So I do have more to cover up on this side, and I typically get less coverage with a damp sponge. We will see. I like using sponges to kind of go over the finish after using a brush typically, but okay. Wow, this new LA Girl sponge feels so different than the one that I have used for forever. Like, I think it kind of gets better with age, that sponge, because it feels totally different right now. I still like it, but it just feels different than when it's really used. Okay, that looks good with a sponge. I'm getting, I would say, about the same coverage considering that I actually have more coming, you know, to cover on this side. Just kind of smoothing out the finish overall. I have a little bit left over, so I'm just going to take a little bit on, I almost said a touch. There was one video I filmed recently where when I was editing, I think I said a touch about 47 times. Someone commented about it and I was like, I know, I thought the same thing while I was editing. So I'm only building it up where I need to, like on the cheek area to see. The coverage and kind of finish so far is reminding me of the L'Oreal Fresh Wear a bit. I would say it has about the same kind of coverage as that. I don't think it's full coverage. I can still see freckles coming through and I can see like a tiny bit of redness on my cheek still coming through, but I like this kind of coverage. It's enough for me. So far it's not creasing anywhere. It's not clinging anywhere. Yeah, dude, it's looking good. It's now 9:55, so I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna try, I have a bunch of new makeup I want to put on today and try, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's now 10:20, but we are calling check-in time at 10 o'clock since that's when I finished up with my face. I did have to set just right here with powder so I could blend my bronzer over top because this one doesn't dry down, like it doesn't set down, so it does have a bit of a tacky finish. Overall, I really like this shade. It looks really good, like looking good. We'll see how it looks in natural lighting in a second, but I tried a crap ton of new stuff on the rest of my face. Actually, everything was a like new first impression, so probably should have filmed a separate first impressions video, but that's okay. Let's start off with brows because I'm so excited. So I have a few things from M Cosmetics here I'm trying for the first time, but this is their Ebony Brow Cream, it's called. It's a brow gel. Love this packaging. Look at this wand, you guys. This is like what dreams are made of. It is so tiny. Look at that compared to my brow. So you can really get in there, and the shade was perfect. Perfect. So I loved this. The only thing is I noticed I brushed up my brows and then they weren't like staying there. So it's not a super holding brow gel, but it's very flexible feel. It's not like a stiff feel, but I did want that kind of brushed up look. So then I went in, well, first I went in with a tiny bit of their brow pencil just to shape in a couple areas. And then I used the Etude House Keep My Brows Fixer to kind of brush it up. Bronzer. So I placed another Yes Style order because I'm obsessed. I found so many good things. If you missed my Korean makeup video, check that out. There were so many amazing products in that video. So I placed another order to get a different shade of the foundation. Then I also wanted to try some other stuff. So this is a bronzer. It's technically a blush, but it's in the shade Naked Brown. This looks so pretty. Perfect tone. I basically decided I'm going to try like every bronzer contour shade from Yes Style because they tend to be for lighter skin tones. The tones have just been like spot on so far. By the way, my Foundation Friday videos, I always kind of break it down by the foundation stuff at top, and then you can always find everything else at the second half of the description box. So all the makeup I'm wearing, earrings, nails, like everything is always listed down there. For blush, I tried Magic Hour, M Cosmetics. Kind of like a baked blush. Hello, plain. This one I liked, really pretty peachy color. I'm actually not wearing a highlight today because, I don't know, I kind of like the more matte face with the glitter, so I just wasn't feeling a highlight. That's on the cheeks. What we're all wondering about. Lemonhead LA glitter. I am so excited to finally be trying these because I ordered these on Nordstrom because of Mallory. And I got a green one too. If you've never heard of Lemonhead LA, they're basically glitters, which I think are made for like sensitive eyes, which I have. Mallory said they don't burn her eyes, but they're in like a glitter glue basically. So you don't have to use any kind of other product. You just pack it on with a brush and they stay there. So we'll see how this wears throughout the day too. So far my eyes aren't burning or anything, and a lot of glitters do burn my eyes. And then I love this lip color. This is a very interesting formula. It's the M Cosmetics oh my god, I can never remember. It's Mochi. Guys, I can never remember. I'll have the shade down below. Perfect toned light pinky nude, but it's like a very neutral gloss formula where it's not sticky at all. It feels very thin, but I feel like it's probably going to come off my lips pretty easily. Tried this new mascara from CoverGirl. It's the Exhibitionist Uncensored, and I love the original Exhibitionist, one of my favorite mascaras. I am so excited about this because it is very curling. Like, I feel like my lashes are extra lifted and like curled right now. It's not as volumizing as some of my others, but I think it'll be good for lifting and curling, like layering with another mascara. But let's go see what this foundation looks like in natural lighting, and we'll do a flash test. So it still looks good, but it does look a bit more makeup-y than what I could see before, especially on my upper lip. Why are we blue? Why are we blue? From this distance, I still like it. Just when you're like super up close, you can see all that stuff, obviously. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. It's a little bit concerning that I'm already getting creasing, but we will see. Here's a flash test. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any kind of flashback whatsoever, so that's good. The finish in natural lighting looks, I would say, true satin. Doesn't look totally matte, doesn't look totally dewy, so I would say it's a true satin finish. But I'll see you guys in a few hours back in natural lighting for the next check-in. Okay, so it's now 3:30, so it's been on for 5.5 hours, and I'm just doing the check-in in a different place right now than I usually do. Not loving it quite as much anymore. It's just not wearing the best on my skin. It looks pretty creasy on my upper lip, and then also it's just kind of like worn off completely right here where I kind of rest my face while I rest my hand while I work. It just seems to like be totally off right there. I think it also has oxidized. I wouldn't say my foundation looks great 5 hours in. The satin one definitely looks much better on my skin throughout the day. That one like wears amazing on my skin. It holds up throughout the entire day basically. So far I definitely prefer the buildable satin foundation from AOA. We'll see how it looks by the end of the night, but right now I could probably pass on this. Alright, so it's now 7:30, so the foundation's been on for just about 10 hours. I need to make it over to the drive-through pharmacy before they close, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But my face is definitely oxidized a bit. Yeah, not loving it. It just looks very makeup-y and cakey. Around my nose and upper lip, it's definitely looking dry. By the way, the glitter has held up pretty well, but I'm getting a touch of fallout from the glitter, just like a few specks, not bad for being on for 10 hours. My forehead does look a little bit shiny. My forehead doesn't look as cakey as down here. I think if it didn't oxidize, it would overall look a bit better, but I think you can probably just skip this one if you have a similar skin type to me and everything. I mean, it's $1.55, so if you want to try it, you could probably go for it. But I would probably just say save that and get the satin foundation. I like that one a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed Foundation Friday and found it helpful. If you did, you can give this a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Look, I did my intro all weird today. What's happening? Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.